Hello friends and welcome to a chat video for Traveling with One Traveler. Today I'm going to talk briefly about AGDQ 2025 and MAGFest 2025. And so before we get to that, and the reasons why I'm talking and chatting through this instead of showing video, I want to show my haul from Cincinnati. So I got stuff and I didn't really show it. I don't think I showed it too much. I need to take more footage. I need to find a way to be more involved at Cincinnati, let me put it that way. Maybe volunteering or something. Anyways, I'd mentioned in the video that it was kind of Fathom themed. Here is the shirt for the event from the front. As you can see, definitely Fathom. Got the mermaid there. And in the back, if that wasn't queuing in Fathom, this definitely is here in the back, with the man being drowned by said mermaid. Alright, so that was the shirt for the event that I got. Had the dates on the back, and it mentioned too that this was the 6th one. I did not. I know it looks like 4 because it's it's because computer stuff. Oh, it looks like 6. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So, anyways, I did not get one when I was there in 2023 because, well, I just didn't get a shirt fast enough, so I didn't get like the event shirt one. All right. A good way to do this. I got a bag for all the stuff that I brought, and I got all laid out, rearranged as I go. So, what I like to do is I try to get a game, a book, and an album for each day of an event. Now, I didn't do the books for Cincinnati, so I was doing Christmas shopping, so I needed to save some money somewhere. But I did get, the event was a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I got an album for each day and a game for each day. I did them all in Saturday action one go because the shop is not there on Sunday essentially, and I didn't get until Friday night because of my teaching schedule. So gaming wise, I picked up a Smart Ball for the Super NES. I think this had actually been there last year, to be honest, or in 2023. It's like, I remember seeing this here, so I picked that up. So I almost got it then. Don't know if it's the same cartridge or not. Usually I don't dig into bins and stuff, but I did, and I found a boxed copy of Marvel Land for the Genesis. Another place I think is Thomas Adventure. It did not have the manual, and if we look at the cart here, which has seen better days, is someone stuck it's a rental, which is fine. Roadrunner Video, main office, Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. Yeah, I haven't actually tried this yet. I hope it works. I'm playing it soon. Yeah, there's also a similar strip here on the case that is underneath the ceiling. Then I picked up a copy of Snake's Revenge for the NES. This came with not the cardboard case, but like came with a bit box. It's a bit box, I believe. I'm just taking the price tag off this thing. I also haven't had a chance to. I also haven't tried this one out yet. I have this thing where I'll get a ton of games and I won't actually try them out for like a long time, and then I'll actually sit down at one point and just like have a stack of stuff for a bunch of systems and like play each game for like 5-10 minutes, make sure it works. So anyway, got Snake's Revenge. See, it's in a bit box. So, nice and sturdy. Will fit well with my bit box for Kirby's Revenge and Kirby's Revenge. Gosh, this is Snake's Revenge, Kirby's Adventure, and Super Adventure Island 2. No manual, but we do have the cartridge. Alright, so that was Cincinnati. So let's talk AGDQ. So AGDQ was the beginning of January, essentially. It started on January. Get my calendar up here. I was there from January 4th. Yeah, started on the 5th. I got there on the 4th and left on the 12th. It ended on the 11th, or technically it was the 12th by the time it ended too, because of midnight and stuff. But I haven't been to one since 2019. Prior to that, I had been at 11 through 16, 17 and 18. So it had been a while since I'd been to one. A lot had to do with money and distance, and also if it conflicted with MAGFest and with the distance, MAGFest always gets priority, so that's for me. So couldn't make it, say, 2024 because they were at the same time, essentially, and I couldn't be in DC and Pittsburgh at the same time. Just don't work out that way. So anyways, yeah, I'm an hour and a half from Pittsburgh, essentially. I stayed with some people I'd stayed with over a couple years off and on, kind of combination of them. So that worked out that way. I took one video, and it was like 30 seconds, right, like shortly before the event actually started, and I didn't take a single picture or video the rest of the event. I found myself doing a lot of work throughout that week in terms of trying to get caught up in some reading I had and kind of getting things planned out for the year and the semester and stuff, which is normal, but I did a lot more of that than, I don't know, I just felt like I sat around and didn't do a lot. And there's also this creepy thing like, hey, you got your camera, take some video of the city, take some pictures of the event, and I just didn't. And I don't know, I just not care? I don't know. It's a fine event. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not sure why I went, to be honest, outside from, hey, it's AGDQ and it's in Pittsburgh. You can afford to go again. And that was really about the only reason, because I don't know. So yeah, I'll show you what I got through the event at least. We'll go through that, and then we'll talk some more about it. So there was the attendee shirt. So essentially, this was, I think, the same design for each group, except this the colors differed. For the attendees, we have the nice yellow and black, which fits perfectly well with Pittsburgh. Some people had a orange and brown variant on for reasons which made no sense for being in Pittsburgh. I'm a Steelers fan, so I do not want to see orange and brown anywhere in that city. Incidentally, I was in town for that game again with the Bengals, and I could almost see into the I could actually see into parts of the stadium from the hotel room. I don't see the massive screen there at Acrisure Stadium, but I decided to watch the game from the bar instead because it was a better view. It's a rough, bad ending. Steelers did not have a good last month or so of the season and playoffs. All right, I ordered 2 shirts from the Yeti. Both were Mega Man themed. I try to get the Mega Man themed ones when I can. So we have the Mega Man 10 shirt with Mega Man, Proto Man, and Bass. Stupid reverse thing. You know what I mean. So, Mega Man, which finger? Whatever. You can tell who it is. Bass, Proto Man, Mega Man, Proto Man, Bass. That was for 10. Oh, you know what? I did not finish the Cincinnati haul. I'll finish these shirts first. I just noticed another stack there. I didn't talk about the music I got there. I'm all over the place right now. Anyway, so then I also got this X3 shirt with Dr. Doppler and Zero and X on it. Anyone else on this one? No. What I really liked from the 2024 shirts, I think it was, for AGDQ, was that they had that, I think it was for 2024, that Mega Man 3 shirt with like all the 8 Robot Masters on it. Okay, so, again, AGDQ didn't buy any games because MAGFest was coming up and I needed to save money for that. And I didn't get one thing per day because let's face it, that would be like 7 albums and like 7 or 6 albums. That wasn't happening. I didn't bring the books I got from MAGFest with me. I just realized that. I did not come prepared for this too well. I'll have to use those in a different one. Anyways, so went out Friday with a couple people to with a roommate and someone else to hotel roommate, I should say, and one of their friends out to the Exchange over on the other side of Pittsburgh. I got 2 things. I got the 50th anniversary version of Grateful Dead's Wake of the Flood. I know the Grateful Dead are not best known for their studio work. Of all their studio albums that I've heard, there's a few that I haven't. This is probably my favorite. So like their usual 50th anniversary editions, you have you have the original album on one disc, disc 1 right here. Then disc 2 is usually concert material from around that time. So here we have stuff from the McGaw Memorial Hall, Northwestern University, Evanston, Illinois, November 1st, 1973. Yes, and of course we get a nice thick booklet full of text and pictures. Also, I forgot to put the cover back on. I know I'm not talking a lot about AGDQ. I mean, it's AGDQ. People play video games. As someone that's not a speedrunner, it is hard for me to just sit down and enjoy playing games there. Especially as someone who is not. I'm active in communities as trackers, but I'm not necessarily active in communities as in like running with people and doing multi-worlds together and things like that. So a lot of it's just like sit and watch people, which sometimes is fine, but sometimes it's boring. And to be honest, I spent a lot of time just kind of figuring out why I was even there. And come Friday, early Friday, I had a conversation. Someone came up to me, had a personal conversation about something, and at that point I was like, okay, I've used all my social energy. There's still a day and a half of the event left, and I just kind of want to go home. Like, I felt like I could just really pack up and go home at that point, and maybe I should have, but that would have been awkward and weird. Anyways, the other thing I got from the exchange was a copy of Zombies of Mass Destruction. So I collect the After Dark Horror Fest films, the 8 films to die for. I think there was 5 of these seasons, I think. I have all the first ones for the first group, most of the second, a couple for the third, like 3 or 4 of the ones for the third, and this is, I think, my only one for 4 that I have. I pick them up as I find them. So, yes. I like my weird and different horror. Alright, Cincinnati music again, before I forget. Right, so they had a bunch of vinyl there. So I went through, start with Desolation Boulevard by Sweet, Fox on the Run, and Ballroom Blitz. I got this for $4. This case is not in good shape. And to be honest, the vinyl doesn't look like it's the best shape either. I don't know if you're able to see this, but there is this big scratch. Like, yeah, you can kind of see it. There's a big scratch, like, right there. Right through it, going through, like, basically all side 1. Side 2's got a couple light ones too. I played this, and I played through part of side 1 with that scratch, and thankfully it's just on the surface. It doesn't actually cut in deep and didn't affect anything, so that was good. Though I didn't notice, and so my record player was weird, but it might just be the pressing on this too, but this sounds like I could use a bit more from the bass for some reason, but it might just be the way it was recorded. Also picked up Bob Seger and Silver Bullet Band's Stranger in Town. It's got some good stuff on it. Let's see, we got our good old this one's in better shape. Got about a smudge there. Gotta clean that out later. Got some dust on this too. Yeah, so big ones off this, of course, Hollywood Nights, Old Time Rock and Roll, Feel Like a Number. We've Got Tonight. Probably might be another semi-big hit on here too that I'm just not thinking of. That's not ringing a bell at the moment. Okay. There's gotta be this one person watching, man, he should not be touching vinyl at all. Okay, and then the one thing I was really hoping to find that I did was Led Zeppelin 3. I have all the other studio albums on vinyl. Still, I'm wearing my Led Zeppelin shirt. Shoutouts, by the way, to Megan Villers, who got me this back in high school. So like back in 20, got this at the end of 2003. It's still wearing pretty well. It's still going pretty well, in decent shape. It's trying to come apart over here, actually. That's still in decent shape compared to my other shirt stuff. So yeah. So anyways, I had all their other albums on vinyl, studio albums on vinyl, except for 3. And I had all their studio and everything pretty much on CD except for like the box set and the Mothership collection, because I already have early days, Spider Days, and I don't have Celebration Day yet, but so this came with a disc keeper thing, which I think is because here's called, it says disc keeper, and I think it's probably because the original sleeve is gone. But yeah, so it's basic, Atlantic record logo for the era and stuff, time period. Nothing weird like that weird copy of Led Zeppelin, the first one I have that plays slightly slow, plays slower, even with my record player being slightly slow and some weird mixing and stuff going on. Also, yeah, you got this nice little. I wonder if this is supposed to go on over the record player, but I don't think no, this doesn't feel right for a matte. It probably could be, but I wouldn't want to. Maybe as a matte cover. This might be a matte cover, I think, not actually a thing for the matte. Of course, this also has to do with the cover itself here for the album, so. We did have a sleeve over here. It came with a sleeve, yeah. Good old-fashioned, albums from other people, so we got, House is the Holy. I'm not going to set it in the camera, because if you know the cover, you know the cover. We got Brain Salad Surgery. Someone checked off the stuff they had here. Let's see, what else do they have? Advertising. Abandoned Luncheonette by Hall & Oates. Tubular Bells by Oldfield. Layla, Derek and the Dominoes. Black Oak, Arkansas. The Divine Miss M. That's Bette Midler, Best of Bee Gees, Volume 2. Goathead, Rolling Stones. That should be Goathead Soup. I don't want to call it just the Rolling Stones. That's Goathead Soup. The Famous Charisma from Genesis. James Gang. David, George Carlin. Buffalo Springfield, featuring with Neil Young, Stephen Stills, Richie Fahey. I'm not sure. I'm gonna stop reading stuff I pronounce. I can't read. King Crimson, one of their albums apparently. Billy Cobham, not from the old 10 Spectrum. Other stuff on the other side too. Do I have any of those? Yes, I do. I do have a copy of Deja Vu from Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and Taylor and Reeves. Also, I do have Led Zeppelin 4. Yep. So that's the Cincinnati stuff, material. I spent a lot of the time when I wasn't at the event. I think I spent more time in my hotel room working on my Grand Theft Integrity project, to be honest, than I did on the show floor. And as if you've watched the Kings Island video, you just saw how ridiculously busy it was there that time. And if you were to say go to the Cincinnati Kings Island Winterfest 2023 video, you'll see that it's not nearly as busy there at Kings Island. It was just packed that night. A lot of people there. Good for business, not so good for those of us that live 5.5 hours away and just want to write a bunch of posters for a few hours. But it is what it is. So put this back through here. So that's all the Zeppelin material I think I don't have, except for Song Remains the Same. I mean, I don't know if BB Sessions is on vinyl or not, and I don't know if what else? Say Celebration Day, which, as I said before, I still gotta get that on CD as well. Is it on vinyl or not? Alright, so I think part of the reason I didn't really film anything on AGDQ is I don't know if it's interesting walking. I don't really find it exciting or interesting anymore to walk around with a camera showing, oh, here's people playing video games, and then more, hey, here's people playing video games, because, I mean, of course, I'll walk around with a camera, like, multiplying the Cedar Point or parks over the season, but there's always something different to show, and it's hard to find moments, I guess, is what it is. Maybe that's why. Maybe I'm more interested in just showing off, like, architecture and other things, too. I don't know. So we come to MAGFest, and if you thought the AGDQ material was bad, MAGFest is even worse. I didn't take a single picture or video. I didn't. Did I? No, I didn't. Not even on my phone, I don't think. No. So, again, it's like, how many times can I do this and get something different out of it? Show something different. I know I'd said at the end of the fall MagCon video, I'm gonna check the trees and see if they still have lights on them. I think they did, the outside trees in front of the hotel. Again, I brought my camera, I just didn't use it. So I don't have any pictures or videos from the event. So it was good. I staffed. I was scheduled for, I think I had myself down for 31 weighted hours, and I ended up doing about 33 or 34. So I ended up picking up a shift that no one else wanted for some reason in the middle of the day. It was busy. I was busy most of the time. Gone on Wednesday like usual, left Monday like usual. It's MAGFest. I mean, it was fine. Some years I'm like, whoa! Others I'm like, okay, it's MAGFest. I don't know, what I was really hoping for at MAGFest this year was that because at the end of Fall MagCon, my goal was, I need to know, where do I fit in here? Because I've been going to this almost every year since 2011. I've been staffing since 2023. Or volunteering, then staffing, and starting 2023. Where do I fit in? Where is my place at MAGFest? And what I learned by the end of it was that I fit in everywhere, which is good, but at the same time is frustrating, because it's like I can fit in anywhere and help anywhere, but it's like I can't be part of a group. And that's the thing that I think bothered me. But you know what? I've learned, also, I worked so much. I was exhausted by the end of Sunday. Like, if someone would have texted me or put in Discord, hey, we're meeting up in an hour, I would have been like, yeah, I'm already asleep, and it's like 8:30 at night, because I was exhausted. A lot of us were, I think. There was a lot of people, but for some of the departments, we were understaffed in some areas, so we took a lot out of us, plus my Knuckles Chaos presentation, which I ended up rearranging very shortly beforehand, and went decently well. It went well for what it was. But yeah, do I go back next year? Absolutely. Am I going to MagCon, Spring MagCon? No, because it's too close to Last Till Years. It's the week right after Last Till Years, and I cannot afford to do 2 different Gaylord hotels in the space of a week. Not happening. Plus, the travels. So I have to go from Northeast Ohio to Nashville, back to Northeast Ohio, back and forth to Kent a couple times, and then go to National Harbor / DC. We're right by DC, so yeah, not happening. Too much back and forth there. And so let's talk about what we got at MAGFest. So I forgot my badge. Sorry about that. And I said I forgot the books. What books did I get? I picked up the Anchor Bible Commentary on Hosea. I picked up a book in Audrey Norton's Witch World series. I don't remember the name of it. Let's look that up. It's one of the ones that have a lot of illustrations in it, following around a woman. I don't remember which one it is at the moment. And then what was the other book I got? I got a copy of G.K. Chesterton's The Man Who Was Thursday. So anyways, MAGFest Hall. So the staff badge was essentially Dr. Orvo Garbotchnik, I forget his name now. It was Sonic themed, and so staff, we all got to have the villain's visage on us all weekend. So first thing I want to show off here is a map of the convention space and hotel areas use of convention space. So these were given to staff if we wanted them. These were really good to have for during when people came up to us during badge checks and security stuff, asking if want to know where something is. It was much easier than trying to pull it up on, say, on Guidebook and wait for that to load up. So I always like having these paper maps. There was also with it that we could so that was free. I got the issue of MAGFest Power for the event. Very nice issue. one thing I wish that would have been clarified more, and maybe because I picked this up later and I didn't read it through it as well as I should have. There was a section in this for blue stamps and red stamps, and I have no clue how you were to get those. And as someone who was staffing, I don't know if I would have had time to get them all. But I thought I saw something different in that picture than it was there. So, yeah, so, neat thing. What I really wanted was the Fangamer hoodie that was made for the event. Each event has a specific hoodie for Super, at least, and I did not get in line soon enough to get it. I'm one of those people who start like their shifts like Thursday as soon as possible. Who starts like working on Thursday and is doing stuff up through like Sunday, off and on. And one of the things I did this year was, instead of doing 2 hours on, 2 hours off, I did 4 hours on, 4 hours off, and I did get a lot more done in some ways, but I didn't get over. What I did was, so I got in the line that I thought was going to take me to the Fangamer booth to get the stuff, and when they had the staff hours for it before it was for everyone else, I got in the Kickin' Merch instead line, because I didn't know which line it was, to be honest. It was hard to tell. I think that's something that they plan on working on in the future. So, and I just didn't get back in line. So I wanted that hoodie. I was not going to get the jogging pants that go with it. But I'm thinking about making an effort to start getting those specific event hoodies each year that are themed to the thing. Oh, for AGDQ, I also did get the event hoodie as well too. I didn't bring it with me. I forgot I had that. All right, so yeah, shirts for MAGFest this year. And if you haven't been to one of these events, do go. And as soon as you can register, do that. It is a good time. It's good. It's nice. It's different. There's a bit of stuff for everyone. I know maybe I'm not doing the best to promote it right now because I'm just tired. Worn Traveler's worn out right now, and I was back in January too. It's been there's been a lot of stuff going on. So, anyways, so. Here's the staff shirt for the year. As you can see, it was Sonic themed, and staff on the back. So I got this to go with my other staff shirts. Then the Kickin' Merch shirt was, some of you might have this or have seen it elsewhere already. So you have Pango the Pangolin on it. That was the Sonic-esque mascot. So again, definitely very Sonic themed. So what I'm thinking I might do for next year, regardless of theme, is I might try to have a continuation of the Knuckles Chaotix panel that I did, where essentially I played through the opening of the game and then I gave controllers to random people there, random people that stuck their hands on these to play. They got to play through levels and stuff, and I might try to continue that game on and see if we can get through it over the next couple of years. Okay, music from MAGFest. Oh, it should be 4. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I should have 4 books to talk about, not 3. Okay, I'm missing one still. Great. Missing a book. It'll come to me. It doesn't matter. Because, yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, so. Alright, so we'll start, I guess, in the order I got these in. So, went to 2 concerts, which I hadn't found the time or energy to do the last couple of years. So I saw Power Glove and Bit Brigade. Didn't get anything from Power Glove, but Bit Brigade, I picked up their DuckTales album. And if you're not familiar with Bit Brigade, think of it this. Essentially, think of it's performance art in a lot of ways, because you have the band there, and they play through a soundtrack to either an NES or SNES game, while someone on the stage plays through the game. So I picked up their DuckTales CD, and then I also picked up their new-ish Double Dragon album. Okay. Thought someone was coming into the office here. My office mates is in another room. So we got this nice orange vinyl, berry orange vinyl. So I picked this up. I picked these two up after they played Saturday night. Back in there. Okay. Last year I picked up Phantasy Star 2 on vinyl. This year I picked up Phantasy Star 3 vinyl. It's got this nice back. This is the Japanese artwork. So this would be Rice, the main character of the first generation. And here's Mew and no, not Mew. Yeah, Mew and Ren, who are with you in all 3 generations. This is the see-through clear version of it from Ship to Shore, which I found out afterwards is no longer in business. So I guess it might be possible to get a complete collection at some point because they're not making things like this since they're out of business now, unfortunately. So I still need to get the ones for 1 and 4. Also, this comes with a good size booklet, like 2 did, with some text interviews and stuff, some information, and some various artworks and things like that as well. And none of the American artwork in here, incidentally, which might be for the best. Outside of the title logo, I think. I struggle with this. Okay, I'm trying to put too much in at once, so let's put the booklet back in first. There we go. Then we can put the album back in. Like thus. There we go. There we go. Okay. Then, there's starting around, I think it was 2022 perhaps. I think it was 2022. Yeah, they might have been there in 2019. I just didn't notice them at the time or forgot they were there. But someone that comes that are selling a ton of like legitimate gaming music on CD and stuff. Like there's a lot of gaming bootlegs, music bootlegs out there. If you go to vgmdb.com or if you go to the video game music database, you can like find out which ones are bootlegs and which ones aren't. What I do every year is I come with a list of specific albums I'm looking for and their catalog numbers, so that way I can, if I see something I'm interested in, I can just check the catalog number quickly and know if it's the one I'm searching for. Because sometimes it's not just I'm looking for, because yes, I'm looking for official releases, not the bootlegs, but at the same time I might be looking for specific editions of them too. So here we have the Castlevania Chronicles album. It's 2 sides, 2 discs. Disc 1. We got disc 2. It's essentially the same soundtrack on here 4 times because you have the original Sharp X6800 soundtrack, then the PS1 remake one, and then some nice MIDI stuff, I guess, from the Sharp one. Got the OB strip here. I keep these because these don't like to stay on once you've opened an album up. I like to keep them in right inside the case, usually by the manual. I keep them in here so I don't lose them. Yeah, so that was the music for MAGFest this year. And again, I think maybe because I've been to that Gaylord so many times, like, what difference can I do in that? That's no excuse. I should have been taking video. I should have been taking pictures and stuff. I just did not do it, and that's on me. So this is gonna be it. So these chat videos get really long compared to what would have been for MAGFest probably. So I usually don't pick up posters and artwork. However, drop something. Excuse me. This poster from Final Fantasy VII based artwork was just screaming to me like every time I walked past it. Visit Midgar, where the people come first. And I don't know. I try to get at least one Final Fantasy VII thing a year, and I usually do that more in February for reasons I don't want to get into on here. That maybe I'll talk about in a future like book project or something like that, research project. But this just kept catching my attention. I said I rarely get prints and things like that, rarely. So this was like yes. So expect to see this up behind me at some point in a streaming setup. The nice Shinra Tower here, and got the train. And if you look really, really closely on this side here, you can see cloud. That's really cool. If you can't see it, sorry, it's just that might be a bit better. So yeah. So I picked this up, and maybe this was human-generated art, maybe it was AI work. I'm not sure, but it was really cool. From David Lee Conley. If anyone's interested, I gotta put it back in its thing here. Keep this nice and in its bag as much as I can until I pin it up somewhere. Alright, then the games. So, games, some years I go in with a plan of, I'm looking for the following games, and when I see the following games, I get the following games. Other years I go in and I essentially say, gosh, how am I doing this for 36 minutes already? Almost 37 minutes. Any other times I go in and essentially say, well, I'm just going to see anything that sticks out to me. I'll get, if I see something that's interesting, I'll grab it up to reasonable prices and stuff like that. So, back in Mag Labs 2017, I got nothing but Super NES and actually I got nothing but Super Famicom games that time. This was almost the same case here. This was essentially about the same case, where it's all Super Famicom and Super NES games. And so, we'll start here, I guess, with let me order it. So, first off, I got a copy of Rockman 7 / Mega Man 7. If you've watched my Coasting for Kids videos, you'll notice that I do have a Mega Man 7 playthrough. Coasting for Kids 2024. Make that clear in case I do another Coasting for Kids event. You'll see that there's a video where I play through Mega Man 7. That's on the Mega Man Anniversary Collection on PS2. I wanted to actually be playing on Super NES, but I didn't feel like selling a kidney and a lung to play the Super NES version. So Super Famicom version, good enough, because I wanted to play it on console. I mean, yeah, at some point I'll probably get an EverDrive or Power Pack or whatever, but this is not yet. Then similarly, having this on the X collection on PS2, I got Rockman X3. The thing is, of course, the one on the PS2 is the PS1 / Saturn / PC version of the game. This is the Super NES version, just in Japanese. So this is the original version, essentially. So I'll be able to play that too. Now, here's the real funny thing. I get two games that I already had in English on other consoles. So what do? I pick up a translated reproduction of a game that I don't have in any shape. That's Rockman and Fortress / Mega Man on base. The table where this is at MAGFest, I have bought at least one game from that table, either a reproduction or a not reproduction, something from that group at least one game every year since I've been going to MAGFest. I've never had trouble with any of those games whatsoever. So, what Mega Man don't I have now for Super NES on Mega Man Soccer? Did I pick that up? No, instead I picked up Super Mario All-Stars because I did not have a copy of that, and I'm horrible at Mario. But I can work on it a bit more, and who knows, maybe I probably should beat the NES versions and then go for the Super NES versions, because that way I won't be wanting to rely on saves as much. Okay. That's what I got at MAGFest and AGDQ, outside of the books I forgot to bring, and the hoodie, and the lanyard for the badge for MAGFest, Super MAGFest. Next video should be from an academic conference that is coming up in a few days. Then after that, and I'm just getting some minimum stuff here because I don't have the money to do a lot of the traveling I did last year right now. I've been trying to use this time to save money and to work on the Grand Theft Integrity project. So I have an academic conference next week. And then after that is Kennywood opens up, and the week after that slides to later. So it would be more of the game of Opryland and stuff, and over in Nashville, the hotel there, and maybe some other things depending if we go anywhere. Then that's probably it for the season 2 of Traveling with Warren Traveler, because a couple weeks after that, Cedar Point opens back up, and that's season 3 starting. Thank you all for watching. I apologize again for not doing videos for AGDQ and MAGFest. That's on me, and it bothers me that I didn't do it, especially MAGFest. Gotta reprioritize and figure out why I'm just not recording and doing video and pictures and stuff. So yeah, thank you all for watching. God bless and goodbye. See you next time.